Hey y'all, okay, I tuckered out on y'all last night and I didn't end up making the Brussels sprouts, but we're going to have them tonight because we're just having leftovers. So it's perfect to go with our dinner tonight. I made Braden a little side of macaroni and cheese, and I'm gonna make me these little Brussels sprouts. Okay, and y'all, these were so expensive. If you eat Brussels sprouts, then you know what I'm talking about. So y'all, I'm gonna eat every single bite of these. And of course, he won't eat them. So anyway, we're gonna have our leftover chicken and potatoes. He's gonna have macaroni and cheese, and I'm going to have these Brussels sprouts. So let me show you what I got going here. Now I love to put bacon in mine. We're not gonna do that tonight. I had a pack in the freezer, but I didn't want to get it out and thaw it out just for this. So we're using the next best thing, just a little bit of bacon grease. And yes, I got crumbs all in mine because I don't strain it or none of that. So I just pour it in a jar and get it out as I need it. So let's see, it's not hot yet. So yeah, if you don't have bacon, just use you a little bit of bacon grease. It's going to help give it that flavor. Of course, you're not going to have that chunky bacon in there, or crispy bacon, but we're just going to make these very simple. We're just going to kind of do like a garlic butter flavor, and I think I'm going to put a little bit of balsamic in there. Not very much, just a little splash, but we'll do that more towards the end. So first thing we want to do is just we want to get these charred up a little bit. So I'm going to toss them in. I like to try to start them. There's something on there. There's something on there. I don't know if it was. I washed them really good. I like to try to start them with the cut side down. That's all I did, y'all, was I washed them and just sliced them in half. And now I'm just going to try to sear them up just a little bit. And then we'll toss some butter in and some seasonings. So anyway, y'all, that's where we're at right now. I'm just going to, if you can see here, I'm just going to let them cook up a little bit. And I'll come back and we'll just add a few more things, y'all, and this is easy, easy. Hey, y'all, let's go ahead and do our salt and pepper real quick, okay? So I'm just going to do a little bit of salt. Y'all, they have already gotten so bright and green just that little bit of time they've been cooking. They hadn't been in here just a couple minutes. So I'm just doing some salt and some pepper. Okay, now I'm going to use some fresh garlic, so I'm going to wait before I add that in. But that's where we're at right now. I hadn't mixed them or anything yet. Alright, y'all, let's try to do our first little flip. I'll bring it over here a little bit closer so y'all can see. Ooh, yes. That's how you want them to look right there. Have that nice little char, a little color on there. That's how I like it to be. These already smell good, and we haven't even put really any seasoning or anything on there yet. Ooh, this eye is hot over here. Now I'm just going to try to flip them all over to the back side. I know it's hard to get them all, but y'all see what they look like here. You just want to get a nice color like that on there. And so now I'm just going to try to flip them all over on the other side and cook them for just a few minutes. I'm not going to add anything else in there just yet, and I'll come back and we'll add our other stuff. Okay, y'all, we have let them cook on this side for just a few minutes. The skillet is getting really dry, so we've got to throw some liquid in here. I have 2 tablespoons of butter I'm going to toss in. And now I'm going to do just a small, and I mean very small drizzle of our balsamic vinegar. I don't want too much because I'm not going to be adding any brown sugar or anything like that. So we don't want it to be too tart or bitter. So just, just that much. I don't want much at all. I'm going to mix that around. Yep, that'll be perfect. Just a tiny bit. Alright, y'all, I'm going to let that butter melt down. I'm going to turn it down a little bit now and kind of let them cook in that butter, that balsamic, and then I will add the garlic. We don't want to put the garlic in yet because we don't want the garlic to cook too much. So, oh yeah, one other thing I want to add. What do I do with that? Oh, I like to do just a tiny pinch, and I mean a tiny pinch, of crushed red pepper. Not very much, and I'm talking about just a small little pinch, okay? Don't take much. Just a few little flakes. Okay. All right, have it turned down now. That way they can kind of saute around in that butter a little bit. And here in just a second, we will add our garlic in. All right, y'all, they've been cooking for just a few more minutes. Now we are going to add in our garlic. And I'm going to use my little garlic press here that I got. And just squeeze that in there. Just like that. Now, of course, you can use your refrigerated garlic or garlic powder. Any of it will do. Put that down in there. I keep forgetting that I have this little thing. I was fixing to slice it up, and then I remembered that I had this. It seems like you lose a lot of garlic, though, there. A little bit, maybe. Nope, that's all in there. That's good. All right. Now I'm just going to toss this around for just a few minutes, and these will be ready to go, y'all. That's how quick and easy this is. Now you can do this with frozen Brussels sprouts too. It is going to be a little bit harder to kind of get your char on there because of all the liquid and water that's going to be in them since they're frozen. But you can do it. It just takes a little bit more work. And like I said, goodness, these things are expensive. They're good, but that's why I hardly ever buy them, because who wants to pay $6 for a little pound of fresh vegetables? That seems just insane to me. Anyway, y'all, I'm just going to let these hang out for just a few minutes, and then we're going to be ready to taste them. All right, look at our Brussels sprouts, y'all. They are done. One last thing that I like to do to mine, now you don't have to do this. This is optional. I like to put just a little bit of parm on mine. Just a tiny bit, about like that. Okay, let me get my little plate over here. I'm going to do the taste test with y'all. Because like I said, I'm not going to eat till Braden gets home. But I am going to eat some of these. And he's not eating these anyway. So I may have these all eaten by the time he gets home. Who knows? Look at those, y'all. Don't they look so good? I love stuff like this. Absolutely love it. It's so good for us. I know the bacon fat and the salt and all that's not that good in the butter, but I mean, look at the glass half full instead of half empty, right? Okay. Let's taste them. And you can char these up however much little you want. I know everybody has a preference when it comes to stuff like that. So you do it however you want. And if you have a good Brussels sprout recipe, share it with us in the comments. Like I said, it's certainly not something I make all the time, but I do love it whenever I do. Delicious. They still have a little crunch to them. And you might want to cook yours longer, and that's perfectly fine too. I like for them to still have a little crunch. I love the flavor in there. It's perfect. That little bit of balsamic is perfect. Now you have to be careful with that stuff. Just be very careful if you do this recipe, because that balsamic can make it or break it when it comes to recipes. Trust me, I've learned that the hard way. These are perfect, y'all. All right. I know this is not something that's for everybody. Most of the time with Brussels sprouts, you either love them or you hate them. It's kind of like sauerkraut and a few of the other things. But anyway, I love these. And if y'all love them, then try this recipe. And I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.